Hallo Leute, willkommen zu einer Folge von Doki Doki Blue Skies. In der letzten Folge haben wir mit Theorie gut wieder Zeit verbracht. Wir haben ein Gedicht zusammengeschrieben, wir haben ein Date zusammen verbracht und gut eben halt die Zeit genossen miteinander. Aber sie ist, wie es scheint, auch eifersüchtig geworden gegen Ende der letzten Folge, denn wir waren am Weg nach Hause sind wir mit Juri gegangen, da sie halt danach gefragt hat, und wir haben dann als erstes Theorie gefragt, eben für das Mitgehen. Also ich wollte aber nicht mitgehen, und dann sind wir eben eine Zeug gegangen und so, und dann haben wir ein bisschen über sie geredet, also über Juri, und das scheint halt Theorie halt eifersüchtig gemacht haben. Wahrscheinlich, weil wir einfach zu viel Positives über sie gesagt, also über Juri. Und ja, jetzt sind wir hier am Tag danach und hoffen, dass das hoffentlich sich schnell beruhigt. Doch ich habe das Gefühl, dass es ein kleiner Streit wird. Oder ein großer vielleicht, wer weiß. Feeling refreshed after a decent night's sleep, I'm patiently waiting for Theory. The winter chill really has no mercy, especially this early in the morning. Frankly, Theory isn't particularly late, and before we know it, we're on our way to school. Hey, Kazuma. Yes, lady Theory, how can I be of service on this fine winter morning? I was curious. Who's your favorite club member? Not including you, I don't really have any, to be honest. None of them are as awesome as you. Come on, you got to like one of them more than the others. I don't know my boss. Where's this question come from? Why the sudden interest? Wahrscheinlich für den ganzen Saufen gestern. I just wanted to know how well you're getting along with the others. Definitely not Netsuki for obvious reasons. I never got the feeling that she likes me, plus it's always really awkward when it's just the two of us. I spoke to her alone once last semester, and it was a painful experience. What about Monica? Commander and Netsuki definitely get along better. She looked super appreciative when I told her how much I liked the club just before we formed. But to be honest, she always been a little intimidating. And maybe this gets the back of my hand. You know, being the perfect student and all, maybe I'm imagining it, but sometimes I get the impression that she might look down on me. Don't get me wrong, I definitely appreciate all of her hard work for the club and all. Much like Netsuki, we never really spent time together, so I wouldn't really say she's my favorite either. So, what about Yuri? I'm not mistaken, she is trying really hard to appear nonchalant. It isn't working particularly well. Well, yeah, I'd probably say her. I mean, I got to know her a little better over the last semester, and she went from someone who could barely maintain eye contact with me, someone who agreed to go shopping with me when it was just us. I enjoyed seeing her come out of the shelter. She allowed me to see her, I guess. Ah, okay. That's what I thought. So is everything okay? I noticed that you left kinda abruptly last night, after we talked about Yuri. Did you guys have an argument or something? I really can't imagine those two having a fallout, of all people. It's extremely rare for Zoe to get angry, along with the fact that their personalities don't clash at all. So what could it be? Oh, of course not, silly. I was just a bit surprised at how friendly she's been with you recently, that's all. Given how shy she is, I'm just curious to, I'm just a bit surprised at all. Right. School is moving inside, so unfortunately our conversation will have to end here. So as you can tell, the 1930s were very important for Imperial history. Countries all across the continent are experiencing significant changes, both politically and socially. Now I made it my New Year's resolution to have my lessons before the bell rings, so we'll call it there. Oh, by the way, could I have a word, Kazuma? I swear to God, those must be the scariest words you could ever hear. Well, along with I'm pregnant and we have to talk, or it's not you, it's me. Hopefully things I won't hear from the theory, especially that second one. I approached the front desk, awkwardly hovering by the side. I need to give you the results of your exams, so here they are. Okay, I need to give you the results of exams to that list. True. He pulls out a piece of paper and lowers his voice, as some tubulars are eating nearby. You don't have to look like you've seen a ghost. Mine rolls back to last October. Funny you should mention ghosts. For the most part, you've done well. Your grades in history, Japanese, and English especially were satisfactory. Looks like being in a literature club has really helped, huh? How did you know about that? Kazuma, please. I'm a wise old owl. Aren't you one of the youngest teachers in that school? He sighs dramatically. You can never let me have my fun, huh? Although your grades in other subjects could be a little better, namely math and physics. It's not a cause for concern, but I know you can do better. Yeah, about that. Truth be told, last semester was kinda hectic. Relationship stuff. Ah, Sayori. How did you know? His eyes twinkles with a knowing smile. Anyway, you're a bright student. Well, when you want to be, so breathe a sigh of relief. I recommend paying attention to the technical stuff from math and physics especially. And don't be afraid to ask for help when it's needed. Not everyone can excel at everything, but I have faith in your ability to bring your grades up. Thanks, sir. The past few months weren't easy. Relationships are tricky, so I'm glad I was able to keep up academically at least. He paused to study me, offering a shrewd smile. Of course. Just be careful not to make Zoe jealous. From what I've seen, the literature club is full of girls. He chuckles to himself. Now I got to go to a meeting that I pretend to be interested in. There really is no rest of the wicked. We're naughty returns leave. As I turn to follow him, my brain keeps replaying his words over to me. Just be careful not to make Sayo jealous. Ich glaube, es hat Klick gemacht bei dem Hauptcharakter. Following my phone, I noticed a text from Monica, sent to all of the club members in the group chat. Hey guys, I just been told that the club room is being used after school today. It's a supervision session for people to talk to the teachers about the exam grades. Plus, something so super important has popped up, which means that I can't make it. I'll do my best to rearrange it. Sorry guys. Mechanically shot her apply while on autopilot. My brain is swinging at a million miles an hour as I finally realize something I should have seen coming. Before I can say anything, so starts the conversation. So, my teacher gave me my exam results back. Oh? Yeah, I can't really complain, I guess. I did much better than I thought I would for biology. But physics was a bit of a nightmare. Math wasn't great either. But on whole, I think I've done okay. So, are you jealous of Theory? The abruptness of my question, along with the clash of conversation topic, takes up a spice. For a moment, there's a silence. A silence which grows heavier as I realize how tactless I was with my approach. What makes you think that? You're my girlfriend, and I know you for years. What would I have to be jealous of? She's trying to sound confident and answer, but the waving in her voice gives her away. I know that we spent time together at Christmas shopping and her walking home with me yesterday. She turns away, so I can't read the expression on her face. When she replies, she's talking to the ground. I'm sorry, Kazuma. I just... You seemed so happy with her, and we're just friends here. I would have thought you could see that. Don't you trust me? I'm not sure I want to hear that answer. It's not that I don't trust you, it's just that... I'm trying to believe I'm worth your time. Then I hear about you, how she's your favorite member of the club, and you really enjoyed seeing her come out with her shell. So that's why she was asking me. It all makes sense now. First the depression, now the jealousy. And when I asked you why you wanted to walk home with you said you couldn't tell me why. Because it was personal. I manually smacked myself. Looking back, of course, that answer might have sounded suspicious. I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to sound like I doubted you or anything. So I settled in my house. Once we're comfortable, I continued to press her. No, sir, it's not your fault. I didn't really see it from your perspective at all. Please believe me when I say that you're the only one I want. You is a great friend, but that's it. The feelings I felt for her have always been platonic. I happen to hug and she sighs. As a stalker, she clings to me, hiding her face in the folds of my blazer. I am the one who should be apologizing. I'm totally new to relationships, so I really don't have a clue what I'm doing. It's okay, it's okay. I didn't think you were doing to hurt me or anything. Okay, good, because I'd never do anything to hurt you. I've been such an idiot. You has been just feeling really lonely recently. I briefly feel zero in what you told me yesterday. I'm not entirely sure if I should be telling her this, but at this point in time, I'm much more concerned with complete clarity between Sarah and I. Oh, so that's why. Makes a lot of sense me thinking about it. Although I can't help but think. She looks down to the ground again, nervously biting her lip. Can't help but feel that he really likes you, Kazuma. Huh? Really? He can be really dense sometimes. Das habe ich auch schon die ganze Zeit so im Gefühl, dass ihre Interesse. Aber es gab auch eine Szene, ich weiß nicht mehr welche. Da ist ihre extrem schnell auf uns zugekommen, also wirklich von sich selbst aus. Und das ist normalerweise bei Jure ja nicht der Fall. Deswegen habe ich auch schon gedacht, dass Jure ein Interesse an uns hat. Könnte aber auch natürlich... Ah! Das war nicht meine Absicht. Ich habe, ja. Ich habe auch so gerade ein Video von Doki Doki laufen gelassen. Wenn ihr euch fragt, was das war ein Video einfach von jemandem, der die Blue Skies Mode durchspielt, um einfach zu schauen, wie weit ich bin, ob ich noch viel aufzunehmen habe, ob es Sinn hat, noch weiter aufzunehmen oder ob ich lieber eine Pause mache, um da halt gut zu planen zu können. Aber ja, das ist sad playfulness to her town. Yeah, really, she's trying to spend more time with you. She really appreciates your company. It's subtle, but I can tell by the way she looks at you. I think she gets attached really quickly. But she said she knew we were together and didn't want to intrude on that or anything. Zoe? Maybe I was right then. About what? About me just dragging you down. What can I give? What can I give you that you can't? You said it yourself. She's lonely, and if she's with you, then she'd be happy. She's smart. She's really pretty. She's really elegant. What am I? I'm just an airhead. I can't even find the time to get ready in the morning. I'm just a dead weight to you. So much more than that, Sayori. Even if you was the most desirable girl on the planet, I wouldn't give a damn because you're the only person I want. You know something? When I was walking with you yesterday, I couldn't help but wish that it was you I was with. It was the only time we didn't walk together, but one time is all I need to realize how much I enjoy walking home with you. So what if you can't find the time to get ready in the morning? You're still beautiful, even when you don't cry. Aw, Kazuma. You're just saying that though. I swear on my life that I'm being 100% genuine. These are the things I always want to say to, but I never really know how. And that's not all. I wake up every day and I feel so goddamn lucky knowing that you're my girlfriend. You've always been there for me when I needed it most. I don't think I ever told you how happy you make me. I pull her in close for a kiss. She clings close to me and I can sense the urgency in her to touch. It's impossible to describe how it feels to hold her in this moment of vulnerability. I don't really care about how elegant you is, if I'm being honest. That's who she is. I much prefer your quirkiness and how silly we can be together. You have that link that no other girl in the world can say they have. You really do have that twisty together, don't we? I wish that I'd never trade for anything. Kazuma? Hmm? Please don't leave me. I know I'm being selfish for asking that. You're not. It feels so confusing. But when I love you, I feel warm inside. And I think that, well, just for a moment that maybe everything will be okay. I can't really understand why you care so much about me. But I'll trust you. I'm glad, sir. I really am. But if I'm being honest, she looks up at me. We can't do this alone. I think we should look into getting you some therapy. She looks away. I'll always be there for you, but I'm just an old teenage guy. There's only so much I can do. I don't know. Why not? It's just a really scary thought. I don't want to go through all of that false hope again. Again? I've tried therapy and antidepressants before, Kazuma. Back when I was first diagnosed with depression. Everyone told me it would work. It told me that I would feel okay again. But that never happened. I was so much younger back then and everything was a million times scarier and more confusing. All of these tests, all of the questions, the drugs. I didn't know what was wrong with me. The whole thing was terrifying. What I give to be a medical professional right now. Wow. Sorry, I had no idea. I wouldn't have expected you to have known. Would you believe me if I said things would be different this time around? And how would you know that? I wouldn't, at least for sure. But if you leave this unchecked, how would things ever change? I know it must be really hard for you, believe me. I can only imagine what you're going through. And I totally get why you'd be reluctant to try again. But I promise you that this time I'll be here. You wouldn't have to go all of it alone. I squeeze her hand. Well, we get through it together, remember? But what if it doesn't work again? We'll find another doctor or another therapist until it does then. It's not going to be that easy though. I know. But I'm never going to give up on you, so I don't care how long it takes. You're so selfless in how much you care for others people's happiness, but I want you to be happy. I really deserve that though. If other people deserve happiness, why don't you, Sayori? Just ask yourself that. Please. For me. Okay, for you. Feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Finally, I feel like I'm not alone in trying to help Sayori anymore. I know that must have been a really difficult thing to agree to. I'm really proud of you. You're much braver than you realize. Although, I haven't been too pushy or anything, have I? I want to encourage you, not force you. It's something that I would have had to try sooner or later, I guess. And there's always the chance that therapy might fail again. It's also the only way I could potentially get better. See, that's the spirit. She doesn't look wholly convinced, but smiles anyway. I'll do it for you, Kazuma. I'm not going to hold my breath, but if it makes you happy, I'll give it a try. That's all I can ask for right now. It means a lot to me that you'd be willing to try again. Well, let's hope this time it works out a little better. Anyway, I'll talk to my doctor tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. Oh Gott, das ist eine wichtige Entscheidung, aber so etwas so. Ich würde sagen, wir helfen ihr, also offer to join. Oh, and sorry? I can come with you to the therapy sessions if you want. Are you sure? Would they let you? I think so. I mean, if they tell them you're okay with it, I don't see why not. Just keep me updated, okay? I wouldn't want to miss your first session. Okay then. And thank you. It's kinda daunting to start, so having you around should hopefully make it much easier. I'm just glad I can help. Das war eine wichtige Entscheidung. Ich glaube, das ist wahrscheinlich sogar die Entscheidung, die entscheidet, ob wir in das richtige Ende gehen, also in das gute Ende oder in das schlechte Ending. Und ich nehme mal an, wenn man mit ihr zusammen geht, dass es auf das gute Ending hinausgeht. Würde ich mal annehmen. Werden wir aber erst die nächste Folge sehen dann. Before I know it, the weekend has already arrived. It's been a few days since Sarah agreed to try therapy. With a slight nudge from me, she spoke to a doctor who managed to arrange her first therapy session tomorrow. As I leave them with such a speedy response, I'm still very apprehensive. Seeing how pervasive condition is, interfering with her ability to get homework done, twisting her self-perception, it's been daunting. I can't lie. I guess just seeing how serious depression has been a shock to my system. A part of me does worry that somehow how me getting involved is actually a bad thing. Perhaps I'm somehow making it more complicated. Do I really know what I'm getting into here? No, Kazuma don't listen to the silly irrational side. Let's look at the positives. She agreed to get some help, so there's the first step to the recovery. Yeah, that's true. Plus, I'm going with her, so at least we're making this step together, right? Should be fine. Being chronic over worry truly is a curse. The new year makes me happy. It's best to focus on that and stop worrying about what could go wrong. Because if I constantly focus on negatives, well, that's no good for anyone. Say positive. Optimistic outlook, Kazuma. Optimistic outlook. After completing my morning routine, I find myself sitting by the kitchen, aimlessly wondering about how to spend the day. One of the drawbacks of your first relationship is that you don't really know what you're meant to do with your partner. It's too cold to spend time outdoors, so we're limited to indoors. I check my watch, 12:14 AM. Pretty early, Siri wouldn't even be awake yet. As my gaze idly settles on the newsplates in front of me, an idea hits me. Oh, Siri would love this. Okay, wir werden also auch nicht informiert. About half an hour later, my work is done and I carefully place it into the bag. I make the trip over to her room, hoping that she's still asleep. Oh, haben wir ihr Essen eingepackt? As I'm hoping, she's fast asleep. No surprise given it's not even 11 yet. As I approach her, I'm struck by how cute she looks when she's sleeping. Wait, that didn't sound super creepy, did it? I mentally just chastise myself. Stop being so weird, Kazuma. By the way, she's curled up into a ball. Even with her hair being a mess and a slight trickle of drool leaking from her mouth. She's perfect. I don't think there's any way that this girl could ever look anything less than beautiful. The light sounds of her snoring turn my light smile into the heartfelt grin. Setting down my bag, I quietly walk over to her and gently brush a lock of her hair that's fall into her open mouth. She stirs slightly as my hand brushes against her forehead. Wakey wakey, sleepyhead. This is 5 more minutes. I made you breakfast. She groggily sits up and mops her eyes, hugging the blanket closer to her. You didn't have to, Kazuma. I can't help but feel disappointed and slightly irritated by her action. I was really looking forward to seeing her exuberant she'd be. What time is it? Like 11? Yawning, she pushes the cover off and sits up. She looks quite tired. She gingerly opens the bag and then forces a smile onto her face. You can thank your dear Sunshine poem for inspiration, especially that last time. God, that's so selfish. I have such a thoughtful boyfriend who's been super considerate and made him breakfast in bed. I can't even thank you properly. Went through all of this just for me. Anyone else would be really appreciative, and yet I am claiming that you're here. Ah, no, it's not like that at all. I mean, yeah, I was hoping you'd be a little bit happier to see me, but well, it's kind of me for forgetting how difficult mornings can be for you. Don't worry about it. I can't help my words haven't convinced her in the slightest. And I don't get the feeling that you don't want me here. Relax. She slowly starts chewing her food. Hey, it's really good. It's pretty basic stuff, to be honest. But I'm glad you like it. Natsuki's cooking has nothing on me, as you can see. How is that you can make me laugh even when it's the last thing I want to do? Magic, I think. Maybe I was a comedian in my past life. There's a question that science has been trying to answer for the past 100 or so years. By the way, can we just leave? Can I have a lazy day today? I don't really feel like going outside or anything. Fine by me. After she finished eating, we made our way back to mine. We pretty much resumed our standard activity of cuddling on the sofa. Maybe my earlier worries were unfounded after all. We're both content in just being in each other's presence, regardless of the activity. I'm aimlessly flicking through the movie channel on the TV. I'll whip out my phone. Hi, Kazuma. What's up? Not much. UK isn't typing. She's taking an awful long time to reply. I get the feeling she's plucking up the courage to ask me something. Well, I was wondering. Go on. Would you like to discuss the book with me today? I haven't read much of it, to be honest. I think the movie version is on the Netflix though. Hang on, let me check. What's up? Oh, you know that book you lent me? I'm checking to see if it's on Netflix. We're gonna have a horror night? Well, I told you I'd let you know my thoughts on the book with but I haven't really had enough of it to really discuss it. But if I can find Netflix, then I thought we could all watch it together instead. Oh, here it is. Oh. Are you okay with it? Of course. It'd be terrible if I never stopped you from coming over. Other people out there are having tough times too. Oh Gott, Hauptcharakter-Moment. Was ist das? Shifts her attention to television. One smile on her face. Okay, I figured that you were here too. You wouldn't feel like I was, I don't know, leaving you out or anything. It's fine, Kazuma. Yeah, God, that clown looks even ugly on the big screen. I never liked clowns. Good as I found it. You can come off, says here too, by the way. Are you sure I wouldn't be interrupting anything? Nah, she's fine with it. It's all good. Undeck's lady is waiting outside my door, a book in hand. Hey Yui, come on, Siri's in the living room. Good afternoon, Kazuma. Thank you for suggesting this. By the way, I haven't seen the movie version yet. Yeah, not half a wee. Should be interesting. Hey Yui. Yui smiles in greeting. I've heard good things about the film adaptation, so I'm hopeful that this will be enjoyable. Only one way to find out. As predicted, Syria is a massive chicken, jumping at every loud noise and suspenseful scene. On the other hand, Yui seems totally engrossed in the movie, never once looking away during an ominous scene. For the most part, it's difficult to read her face as she remains fairly impassive, although a look of wonder and interest occasionally flickers her face, especially when the monster is on the screen. It's definitely one of the better horror movies I watched. Granted, this isn't saying much, I haven't seen too many. I have to admit, the acting in this film really sells it. Both the clown and the young kids who serve as the protagonists are brought to life really well. Oh no, please don't tell me they're gonna go in a creepy building. Oh, why would you go in there? It's just a nightmare waiting to happen. She ducks behind a caution, only peering out intimately. Something she took to doing once once the clown was first introduced. Laughing pulled her closer. She cuddles into my shoulder, turning her face so she can still see me. Off the corner of my eye, I catch Yui quickly focus a glance. From periphery, I wish to tell, but she looks a little sad. I grimace a little. Clearly forgot how isolated Yui feels at home. Watching Seo in eye color is probably a painful one, but nein, macht's. Especially if Seo's predicament about Yui feels about me is true. Okay. Oh, ich hatte jetzt kurz gedacht, er würde ein wenig weniger mit ihr kuscheln und das wäre so dumm gewesen in dem Moment. An hour later and the movie's over. It's been really interesting to hear Yui's thoughts, not just on the movie, but on the horror genre on the whole. That's something I admire about both the book and the movie, how both approach and present the main theme of fear. A lot of film adaptations of books tend to over-centralize the content, and many horror movies rely on cheap jumpscares to elicit the reaction. Of course, there's nothing inherently wrong with a jumpscare, but I find the best story tends to really get in your skin and makes you think. Well, after you're finished. Yeah, I agree, jumpscares just annoy me, really. They stall your show and build up can be intense. But from what I'm seeing, horror movies make it really obvious when one's coming up. The music goes really quiet or really spooky. The characters in a dark place. Neat. Sadly, it's quite a common occurrence with modern horror. There's not much left to your imagination. I can't help but notice that Siri's been very quiet throughout the discussion you and I are having. You okay, Siri? I don't really have much to say. You two carry on, I'm fine. She's looking absently at the screen. It's unfortunate that the second part of the movie isn't out yet. It's like being able to only read half of the book. The second part is about how the characters come back to fight the clown when they're adults, right? Indeed, and that's why the plot really shines. Anyway, I have some errands to be getting on with, so I'm going to have leave. Thank you both, by the way. I really appreciate it. It's okay, Yui. I hope you're feeling better. Yui turns to me. Oh, did you tell her? Her face goes out, and my haste to reassure you so that nothing was going on between you and I totally forgot that Yui's confession was likely confidential. Oh damn, yeah, I didn't think it was, didn't realize it was private. It's okay, I suppose it's only fair that that's clarity between two people in a relationship. I'm glad that Yui is understanding. Anyway, I'll see you two Monday. Goodbye. See ya. Bye, Yui. As Yui leaves, I turn to Sayuri. She's looking a little rueful. I hope you were right about therapy, Kazuma. I'm dreading tomorrow. It's going to be just fine, don't worry. I hope so. I should probably get going as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, she departs as well. Boah, hier beenden wir die Folge. Oh, es ist nicht gut. Warum? Aber warum war das eine Mal so schlau, wie der Lehrer die Bemerkung gemacht hat, also ich sie eifersüchtig zu machen und dann lädst du sie an. Also ich verstehe, du willst alle glücklich machen. Deswegen bin ich auch einfach zu unfähig, Freundschaften zu halten, weil ich glaube, ich könnte nicht eine gute Balance zwischen meiner Freundin und Freunden haben. Und dann dazu, ich habe schon wie so Probleme, eine Balance zwischen, also nicht privaten, aber mit YouTube und Schule und alles so eine Balance halt und mit ihr, deswegen, oh Gott, es ist richtig anstrengend auch nachzusehen, weil ich kann mir gut vorstellen, dass ich leider genauso schlechter darin wäre, so eine Balance halt. Vielleicht nicht so dumm, aber ja. Egal, wir saven hier und beenden dann die Folge für heute. Hoffen, dass der Protagonist endlich ein paar Gehirnzellen dabei bekommt und realisiert, dass er nicht so viel Zeit mit Yuri verbringen sollte. Auch wenn es verständlich ist, weil ich weiß, er will sie nicht allein lassen. Was absolut, also der Grund, weshalb er mit Yuri Zeit verbringt oder bisschen einbringen will in die Zeit von ihm und auch mit Yuri dann, ist absolut verständlich. Aber ich weiß auch nicht, weil ich selbst die Situation würde angehen, wenn ich da rein war. Aber ja, danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Bis beim nächsten Mal, wo es wahrscheinlich Drama wird geben. Ich habe ein Gefühl. Aber ja, danke fürs Zuschauen. Tschüss.